Hello dear friends and followers, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are doing well and enjoying time with your family. What is the weight definition? It's one of the most important subjects in weight and balance documentation and calculation, which can be a bit complicated for young cadets and students. Let's dive into this topic together and simplify it. Stay with me. When I was a kid, I used to remember every single word and dialogues from the movie that I love. For example, I still recall many lines from two movies, Braveheart and Papillon. If you haven't seen this movie yet, I strongly recommend watching them. Looking at topic or event like movie can help with remembering it. When we relate information in narrative with characters, situation, and emotion, our brain finds it easier to store that information. This technique is particularly useful in learning and education. I remember when I joined an aviation school, there were many subjects that were really hard for me to understand, and they felt like they came from another galaxy. I started to view them as a movie so I could retain information better. I used this method to understand the definition of the weight in Weight and Balance. Now let's create a scenario for definition of the weight. Let's go back to February 22, 1987, the day the Airbus A320 was born. The Airbus A320 came out with only 2 wings, 2 engines, and fuselage, also empennage. They placed this giant on the scale and they named that weight of this giant the standard empty weight. Imagine it was 50,000 kilograms. Don't forget, this is just a number. It does not represent the actual weight of A320. Now it was time to see if she was capable of flying. The company summoned their test pilots. The test pilot decided to fill the tanks with 10,000 kilograms of fuel. Now the weight of the aircraft reaches 60,000 kilograms. The test pilot started the engines, flew the aircraft, test everything, and she did it. After landing, they didn't shut down the engine until fuel starvation occurs. They place it on the scale again and found it that the weight of the aircraft was now 51,000 kgs. This shows that 1,000 kilograms of fuel was still inside the aircraft but could not be used or drained. They called this amount of fuel unusable fuel. The time had come to showcase what they had created. So they opened the air show. Many airline owners came from around the world to see the new aircraft. 3 owners instantly ordered A320. Alpha Company ordered 10 A320. Bravo Company ordered 15 A320s. And the Charlie Company ordered 20 A320s. Don't forget that these 3 owners came from different places with different culture and varying goals for purchasing this aircraft. Owner Alpha requested to equip the aircraft with full economy seating, 2 galleys, and 4 fire extinguishers, so Airbus equipped the A320 with 180 economy seats and 4 fire extinguishers for each cabin crew stations. Owner Bravo requested to equip their aircraft with 20 business class seats and 100 economy class seats, along with 4 fire extinguishers for each stations. Owner Charlie requested to equip their aircraft with 10 first class seats, 20 business class seats, 50 economy seats and 8 fire extinguishers, 2 for each stations. As you can see now, all 3 owners order A320 with the same standard empty weight of 50,000 kgs. The A320 for owner Alpha is now 65,000 kilograms. The A320 for owner Bravo is now 68,000 kilograms. The A320 for owner Charlie is now approximately 63,000 kilograms. This weight, which include standard empty weight plus optional equipment and unusable fuel, is called basic empty weight. Let's continue our story with owner Alpha. Owner Alpha returned to his country with 10 new A320s. This company decided to assign 5 of aircraft for domestic flights and other 5 for international flights. Now, the owner needs pilots, cabin crew, and catering for his aircraft to operate and earn money. It's time to hire cabin crew and pilots and assign them to fly domestic routes. With the addition of catering, the weight of the aircraft changes. This weight, which consists the basic empty weight plus cabin crew, cockpit crew, and catering, is called dry operating weight. This means the aircraft can now operate, but it still lacks fuel. With this condition, the weight of the aircraft now reaches 69,000 kgs. Once again, I emphasizing that this is not the actual weight. This number are just for training purpose. For other 5 aircraft assigned for international flights, more service are required. They need additional meals and in-flight entertainment. Therefore, their dry operating weight will not be the same. To be operational, these aircraft just need fuel now. Let's pause the movie and review what we understood so far. We have identified the 4 types of weight. Standard empty weight, which is the weight of the aircraft without any equipment, seats, items, fuel, or oil. Basic empty weight, the standard empty weight of the aircraft plus optional equipment like seats, a fire extinguisher, and etc. Dry operating weight, which is the basic empty weight of the aircraft plus crew and their baggage, catering, and special equipment. And we will discuss about the special equipment in more detail in another video. And the 4th one was operating weight, which is dry operating weight plus fuel. Now, let's return to our story. Company Alpha needs to earn money with its new aircraft. How? By adding the payload to it. As its name suggests, this is the load that generates income for company. Payload can include passengers, cargo, freights, animal, and pets. There are also other loads that may not generate income for company. For example, imagine that this company operates another type of the aircraft along the A320s. If one of those other aircraft has tire burst in another country or another city, the operator may need to send the tire with A320 to that location. As you can see, carrying these tires does not generate income for company. The total amount of load that generate income for company along with loads that do not generate income is known as a traffic load. As we approaching the end of our movie, we still have few weight definitions to discuss, but they are easy to understand now. Zero fuel weight. This is the dry operating weight plus traffic load. Ramp weight. This is the zero fuel weight plus fuel. Let's continue to our charts. Takeoff weight. This is the ramp weight minus fuel used for engine run-up and fuel for taxi until line-up. And the last one is landing weight, which is takeoff weight minus trip fuel. That would be all. I hope this scenario helps you to memorize the definition of the weight. If this video has been useful for you, please share it with those who might find it useful. And once again, if you want to be a pilot, time is running out. Don't waste it. Good luck.